What is up, friends? Johnny Two Cellos here, and I am so excited to be able to review the Hey Arnold Jungle Movie.
Johnny Two Cellos!
I grew up in the 90s at what many consider to be the peak of Nickelodeon animation. Shows like Rugrats, Doug, Rocko's Modern Life, Angry Beavers, SpongeBob, and of course Hey Arnold all came out while I was actively watching the channel. And honestly, Hey Arnold was always one of my favorites. I still vividly remember when the show premiered. It was so different than the other shows on the channel. It had a more realistic, down-to-earth quality that some of the other series lacked, and I wasn't aware of it back then, but it had some pretty great advice and life lessons that I'm sure I carried with me moving forward. So it won't come as a surprise when I say how devastated I was when I realized they were never going to follow up that journal cliffhanger from the end of the series. If you don't know, one of the last episodes of the show finally told the story of what happened to Arnold's parents, and it ended on a cliffhanger where Arnold finds a map in their old journal. Unfortunately, due to the lackluster performance of the first Hey Arnold movie, Paramount and Nickelodeon did not want to make the planned Jungle movie that would wrap up the series. Well, thank God we're living in this new age of nostalgia, because Nickelodeon is bringing back a handful of our favorite old 90s Nicktoons, including Rocko's Modern Life, Invader Zim, and of course the long-awaited finale to Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold The Jungle Movie centers around Arnold attempting to win a school contest so that he and his classmates can go to San Lorenzo, the fictional country where his parents disappeared. Arnold builds a house for Monkey Man, but it's unfortunately destroyed by angry hobos, so Helga jumps into action to help Arnold win the contest. This part of the movie was a little bit creepy, but it worked really well for the story, so I forgive it. Helga has a series of tapes of events that happened during the Hey Arnold series that showcase how great of a person and humanitarian that Arnold actually is. It's definitely weird that she secretly filmed Arnold so much, but it also allowed for this amazing celebration of the original series and all of the great things Arnold did throughout the show. It also allowed us to see some of our favorite characters and stories from Hey Arnold again. Helga puts together a video and Arnold wins the contest, sending the crew to San Lorenzo. When they all arrive in San Lorenzo, they quickly meet up with Arnold's parents' old partner Eduardo, who is leading their boat and helping them do their humanitarian deeds. He offers to help Arnold find the green-eyed people that his parents' journal talks about, as well as possibly find out what happened to his parents. Unfortunately, when they finally arrive at their destination, Eduardo reveals that he is actually the pirate La Sombra, who was previously mentioned in the journal episode of Hey Arnold, and that he is actually holding the gang hostage. Arnold is apparently some sort of key to finding an ancient treasure from the green-eyed people. The gang helps break Arnold out, and he, Gerald, and Helga head into the jungle with the map to find the green-eyed people. They eventually find their ancient civilization and discover that all of the adults in the community have fallen victim to the sleeping sickness, including Arnold's parents. Arnold's parents also discovered a cure for this disease, but didn't have the means to distribute it throughout the city. Arnold is the key to unlocking this ancient golden corazon that can help spread the cure throughout the ancient city and awaken all of the adults. Unfortunately, when fighting La Sombra, this ancient corazon falls into a valley. Cleverly, the solution ends up being Helga's golden heart-shaped locket that we've seen throughout the series since the very first episode of the show. Arnold's parents wake up, Arnold confesses to Helga that he's ready to explore his feelings for her, the two kiss, everything is neatly wrapped up in a great finale for the series. The movie ends with Arnold's parents navigating city life as they wait outside for Arnold to finish his first day of 6th grade. I was so pleasantly surprised to find how much this new special just seriously felt like classic Hey Arnold. Even with the swanky new HD animation, the show still had those familiar backgrounds and textures, and I just felt like we jumped right back into the city of Hillwood. Speaking of familiarity, the characters also felt like their old selves, even the many who had to be recast. Arnold and Gerald both had new voice actors, and they really nailed it. Everyone in the boarding house was back, and they felt familiar. Characters like Helga and Rhonda kept their original voice actresses, and they were in top form as well, kinda like the show just never ended. I didn't think it could possibly be satisfying, but learning Arnold's real last name was a highlight of the film. His last name is Shortman, and if you're a fan, you know that Arnold's grandpa calls him Shortman throughout the series. This movie seriously nailed everything for me. It answered all of my lingering questions, some I didn't even know I had, gave us a genuinely satisfying conclusion to this show that I love so much. It's hard to follow up a beloved series, especially 15 years after it ended, but they did such a great job with this movie. Some people are speculating the show might come back for another season, and while I would certainly be open to this, I don't think it's necessary. This movie really wrapped up the show in a satisfying way, but if there's a new generation of kids who are interested in these characters now thanks to the Jungle Movie, go for it. I'm sure the show has plenty to say these days, and I would definitely be interested to see how Arnold's parents adjust to city life. Thank you all so much for tuning into this Hey Arnold review, possibly the last one ever. If you like this video, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, maybe click like, and if you have thoughts, throw a comment my way. Also, make sure you stay tuned for more.
Johnny Two Cellos!